Good morning, friends. How are you? Welcome to another amazing day. Let's see here. What day is today? Today is Thursday, May 4th. There's something special about today. What is it? Star Wars Day. Star Wars Day. If you're a Star Wars fan, May the 4th be with you. Today and every day, right? So let's see here. Welcome to episode 8 of Be the Brightness podcast. I am your host, Amanda. And let's see. How's everybody doing? You hanging in there? You making progress? You working on that positive mindset? I hope so. I really hope so. It makes all the difference. I wanted to talk today about burnout because it's a very real thing. It's something that I struggle with periodically throughout the year. So I will use myself as the use case for today, and hopefully I can give you some tips and tricks on how to deal with burnout in your own life. Because currently I am very burnt out. Not just like feeling it come on, I am fully burnt out. Burnt toast, stick a fork in me, I am all done, I'm overdone, all those things. So let's talk a little bit about how I let myself get so burnt out and what I'm going to do to get out of it. And like I said, maybe you can apply this to your own life, because we all have busy lives, right? How did I get burnt out? I have a lot of responsibilities. I have 3 small children I'm raising. I have financial responsibilities. I have a career that is taxing of my time and my mental energy. There's a lot of critical thinking involved in what I do as a strategic technical advisor to the government. There's a lot of complex people stuff I have to navigate, right? While I don't have direct reports, I have teams of people that I manage, and I have to make sure that, things are going smoothly across the accounts that I support, right? Various agencies that I support. So various technical projects need to be moving towards completion. There's all sorts of things. I do training. I just taught a class last week as an extracurricular, if you will. So my home life is very demanding of my mental and physical energy, and my work life is very demanding of my mental energy, especially because I have a desk job, so it's not I'm not working my body every day. I'm working my brain, and it's tough because as the days go on, you really start to feel the monotony, right? And I think that's the first sign of burnout is coming. When your days are very busy, but you're not feeling, what's the word? When you're not feeling excited, right? You're not feeling jazzed up. You're not feeling motivated. You're feeling like, I just did all this yesterday. The alarm clock goes off at the same time. I have the same morning routine to get the kids up and ready for school and daycare. Then I have my own routine that I do after a drop-off that gets me ready for my work day. Then I plow through my work day, which tasks vary day to day, but the feeling is the same. Because while I might be talking to different people and doing different things, there's the same skill set is being used across the board, right? The same risk management, critical thinking, relationship building, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's kind of the short 10,000 foot view of why I'm burnt out, because I go from being a mom to being a leader, a thought leader at work, to being a mom, to at the end of the day, I'm just exhausted. You know, there's things I want to do, there's hobbies I have. I play the piano and I'm not practicing like I would like to. I enjoy reading. I used to be an avid reader, and at the end of the day, you know, I want to pick up a book so badly, but my brain is tired. You know, my brain is just tired. There's other things I used to do. I have cross stitch projects. I used to knit. There are so many things that I used to do that I just don't do anymore. I used to be a bowler. I was in a bowling league for a long, long time. And all those things have kind of faded away because work and motherhood is all consuming, right? It's hard. It's hard no matter what the dynamic is. If you're a working mom, if you're a stay-at-home mom, if you're married, if you're divorced, if you've had children on your own, right? And you know, whatever the dynamics of your relationship are, if you're two dads, if you're two moms, if, you know, whatever it is, whoever's working and whoever's parenting, if you're both working and both parenting, it's hard. Raising kids is really, really, really hard work, and it doesn't stop. It's a 24/7 job. And whatever you do for work, you know, that is impactful too. And for my case specifically, I have a very brain heavy job, right? Like I said, I'm working my brain every single day. I'm not out, you know, doing construction, or, you know, I'm not out in a truck all day, you know, doing like the postal service or UPS or whatever, like any sort of job that you're outside all of the time. Nope, I'm here and I'm pushing my brain to the max a lot. So yeah, so, you know, that's how you kind of get to where I am now, is completely burnt out, right? So I've got to shake this off, right? I've got to shake it off, and I've got to do some things to get back to a better place, and that's okay. Like, it happened. Like I told you, this happens to me. I probably feel the way I feel now, pretty burnt out, you know, pretty well exhausted, unmotivated. I would say probably 3 times a year as we move through the year. So this is the first time this year that I'm to this point of burnout. I kind of felt it coming on earlier in the year, and did a few things to try to get ahead of it, and then just, you know, just existing, living, right, the days. I am just kind of where I am now. So now we know and understand what burnout is, how it can feel. Like, this is just my perspective, right, that I'm putting out there to hopefully help. But how do I get out of this, right? There's a couple different things that work for me. And like I said, I've experienced this before. I've pulled myself out of burnout before. I've never been to the point of, like, you know, being so exhausted and worn out that I've needed any sort of medical intervention. Thank goodness. So now, you know, I've recognized that I'm pretty well toasted, and it's time to pop up out of the toaster and get some relief here. So what am I going to do to get there? There's a few different things. One is putting some focus, some time, some attention to things that I'm not actively doing, right? Kind of makes sense, right? Change things up. There's only so much I can change with the routine, right? Because children thrive on routine. It's very good for them. The predictability is very, very, very good for children. I myself like habit as well. So I'm not going to do too much to really shake up the existing kind of daily routine that we have. What I am doing, what I did this morning, is I cleaned my office. You can't see the way things are set up here, but I have a big like L-shaped corner desk here, and it has just filled up with piles of papers and things, and you know, school projects that the kids have brought home, and you know, like random stuff has just piled up all around me. So I cleaned all of that this morning, removed all the clutter. Now I have a nice clean desk, and immediately I feel better. So picking up, tidying up, decluttering is huge help for me. I have more that I am going to do around the house. It's also been cold and rainy here. So I'm in central New Hampshire, and we've had like almost 2 weeks of like low 40s and rain. Like it's been terrible. It's been cloudy, cool. It just doesn't really feel like spring. It feels like winter just doesn't want to let go. So that's been a challenge, right? Because it's been gloomy a lot. But, you know, I focused and cleaned up the office this morning. And I'm going to take that throughout today and tomorrow and pick up, you know, I picked up, behind me here is the living room, and I already picked up all the toys, cleaned up the living room. So picking up, tidying up is huge for me. You know, it gives you that just calmness, right? Like things are in order. Maybe things are not in order, but it gives you the perception that they are. So that's huge. The other thing I'm doing, starting today, I'm changing the notification settings on my digital things. I'm basically gonna, so I'm not super addicted to my phone. I do a very good job, at least I try the best I can, given the kind of job that I have. I try to keep a very good work-life balance. But lately I have been checking, you know, emails and WebEx and things like off hours more than I should be. So I'm going to adjust notifications so that way my phone is only, you know, popping off with things that are really, really, really important. And I'm probably going to disable social media notifications, and, you know, just kind of change things up there so that way my phone isn't as much of a distraction, right? Does that make sense? It's so easy to get consumed into your phone, right? Between texting friends and, you know, social media apps that you have, or, you know, whatever you got going on, you know, scrolling Pinterest, pulling your dream house together, you know, your time just gets sucked into your phone, especially if you work on your phone too, like I do. So making some adjustments there, and next week, because this week has just been really tough, I'm going to try to be more active. Either, you know, just get out for a quick walk around the neighborhood. I recently joined a gym, so, you know, getting out, getting some more exercise in. I try to do body weight exercises in the house. I want to switch that up too, and just kind of get moving more. So I think those 3 things are really going to help. It's going to take a couple days for me to kind of start breaking out of the burnout that I'm sitting in. But those are the 3 things that I'm going to put into action to turn things around. So there you have it. And I wanted to be a good use case because I'm one of you, right? I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. You know, we're all friends here. We're all in this together, and I want to be transparent and honest, and yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the burn, and I recognize it, and then this is my kind of 3-step plan to get out of it. So clean and declutter, you know, the spaces that I spend my time. Be less, you know, reduce the noise on my phone, right? So it's not constantly beeping at me and pinging me for all sorts of different things as best I can. Can't shut it off completely, but if I can reduce some of the noise, I'm going to try to. And then trying to be more active, you know, taking more breaks, getting up and walking around more, you know, because I'll sit here for hours on phone calls and doing different things, and it's not good. So there you have it. So if you're feeling burnt out, maybe this will help you. And there's all sorts of different ways that you can break out of being burnt out. Just, you know, this is just kind of what works for me. This is a process I've gone through many, many times in the last several years, and I know it's going to happen again as I move through this year. So this is my process. This is what works for me. If you have things that work for you, feel free to share, because we can help everybody, right? So there you have it. I'm going to leave it there, and it's Thursday. I hope everybody's having a good week, and we'll all talk soon. All right? Take care, everybody.